Good morning and welcome to Kinkaid for our signing ceremony. This is an exciting day and an event to share with families, friends, teammates, teachers, coaches, and counselors. Today we will recognize, honor, and celebrate two more of our scholar athletes for their work in the classroom and in their respective sports, and we will wish them well as they head off to compete at the next level. Brooks Morrell, golf, United States Air Force Academy. James Rush, cross country and track and field, Trinity University. With Brooks and James, this year we will have 21 of our senior student athletes who will play in college. Now I'm not a math guy. That percentage is pretty extraordinary. Up and on up. We are so proud of what these student athletes have accomplished. Balancing a rigorous training and competition schedule with an intense academic schedule is not easy, and yet they've been able to do just that. It is a credit to their work ethic and dedication to their multiple passions. We have enjoyed watching them on this journey, and we look forward to following their continued growth and development next year and beyond. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Brooks Morrell. Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Brooks Morrell, and I am honored to be attending and playing golf for the U.S. Air Force Academy next year. I've been a Kinkaid Falcon for 14 years, and I am now looking forward to many more years ahead as an Air Force Falcon. Both my grandfathers served in the United States Air Force long before I was born. My dad adapted a navigator as part of the 551st Airborne Early Wing, Warning, and Control Wing, and my mom's dad earned his pilot's wings back in 1960 and served in 305th Air Fueling Squadron. Not only did my grandfathers believe that sacrifice to our country was very important, they also loved and believed in the value of the game of golf. I never got to play golf with my dad's dad. My mom's dad used to come watch me play. I know they are both looking down at me from heaven with big smiles, and probably a little jealous of me getting the chance to combine putting and flying. Some say that military service is a sacrifice, but I view service as an honorable opportunity coupled with experience that cannot typically be found at such a young age. At Kinkaid, our motto reads Lux Percentium, which translates from Latin to like through knowledge. There is no doubt that I have learned many things during my time here since I entered the Red Door in pre-K. I've had many teachers that have guided and taught me along the way and also helped enlighten me not only through academics and athletics, but also about the greater community and the world we live in. To be able to grow, to continue to grow, see, learn, and honor my country through military service would be the ultimate life for me. Being able to also represent the Academy on the golf course is truly a dream come true. There are a few people I want to thank. First, thank y'all for all showing up. My United States representative, Congress representative, Lizzie Fletcher, for supporting me and giving me a nomination to the Academy. My young life leader, Wes Whitney, for always being there when I needed someone to talk to, even if I missed the last 5 clubs. My golf teammates, past and present, for all the good times on the golf course, as well as on the bus rides. I do see an SPC 7P next year, even though y'all star captains are headed off to college. My golf friends for always pushing me to be the best I can at River Oaks every day. My swing coach, Jared Jones, who has helped me to get my golf game to a more competitive level year after year. I'm extremely pumped because he just qualified for the PGA Championship next week in Tulsa, so wish him luck. My trainer, Michael Whitehead, pushing me week in and week out through all of our sessions. Coach O and Coach Egg for all the Kinkaid tournament tips and being able to handle our rowdy teams in the middle of medical school. Coach E for pushing me through the fitness assessment and not letting me quit on myself. My Uncle Hut for being one of my golf mentors as well as one of my first swing coaches. My Aunt Becky for being one of my biggest cheerleaders and always making sure I fix my ball marks and fill my divots. My Uncle Bill for helping me navigate the Armed Services admissions process, even though he is a very proud Marine. The Air Force Academy coach, Tyler Building, and Athletic Director Corey for giving me the opportunity to represent the Air Force Academy on the golf course and later in service to our country. not for my family. Pierce, thank you for always texting me after a good round, always making me laugh, thinking that you can hit it hard. Smith, first off, I'm surprised you got up this early. But second, always for being someone I can play with when you're back in college. Dad, thank you for all the long hauls. Just to name a few, there was Cleveland, South Dakota, Colorado Springs, and Montrose, Colorado. The South Dakota drive 2 summers in a row, I guess it hasn't really paid off. Even though you're hard on me sometimes, it's pushed me to where I am, and I couldn't have asked for a better road trip, buddy. I love you and thank you for all you've done for me. Mom, thank you for being my biggest supporter ever. Though everything I went through last summer with very few good results, you helped me know that everything would be okay and that God had his plan for me and that it would all work out. I can just remember a few car rides that I just wouldn't speak to you for an hour plus, but when we got home, you made sure I was all right and that I knew you loved me. Thank you for always being there for me, and I promise to call you and Dad as much as possible. I love you. In closing, I would like to share the U.S. Air Force Academy's core values with you and ones that I will strive to follow in my days forward. Integrity first, service before self, excellence in all we do. Thank you for coming this morning. Goodbye.
It's a great day to be a Falcon. So, the thing that I get asked the most is, like, why do you run? Imagine running as a sport. I've heard that line so many times. And it's one of those things that's hard to explain. Sometimes I'm not motivated to run. Sometimes it's difficult. But I don't do it because I'm motivated one day or by one thing that somebody says. Like, I do it because I'm driven to do it. I do it because I want to get better every day. And running is the most pure form of competition where it's everything you have versus everything that someone else has. And that means a lot to me. I think about it. Whenever I run a time, I internalize that. It means something. I haven't been at Kinkaid as long as Brooks has, or as long as a lot of you have. But when I came to this school, I was really worried about academics. I was worried about making friends. But I knew that I would run. I knew that I was going to be on the team, because that's something I knew I could do. And still, even when I couldn't find that motivation to go out there when it was really difficult, I still felt that drive to get better. I remember my first day of cross-country practice, Coach Brooks can attest to this, I threw up on campus, which was really amazing. Great way to make a first impression. And that made me so mad. And because of COVID protocols, technically, since I threw up, I couldn't go to school the next day. So I couldn't go to practice either. So I had to run at home. And I still ran home. I still practiced because that's how much it means to me. It's so important to be able to dedicate yourself to something every day. And that energy that I feel running has spread its way into the other things that I value. Whether that's school or friends or music, being able to get up every day and push yourself to do those things, even when it's difficult and even when you just don't feel like doing them. That's why I knew that I needed to run in college. I needed to keep doing this because it's something that pushes me to be better, not just in the context of, I want to beat the school mile time or run 5K, but in terms of, I want to be the best version of myself I can. And it's been hard. Sometimes, this season, my goals were to break the school mile record and run under 10 minutes in the 2 mile. The school mile record is 4:29. I ran 4:31. I also ran 10:01 in the 2 mile. So that's really frustrating. It's hard. And the thing about running is when you finish a race and you feel completely exhausted, and you still know that you had to go faster if you wanted to reach your goal. You have to push yourself harder. That's the time when you have to stand back up and you have to be willing to run the miles. It's not something that you can just avoid, or maybe you'll do better next day. That's just not the way running is. I guess I'll do the generic thing of thanking my parents, because it really does mean a lot. I know that coming out to watch someone run is not really that interesting. I can see that, but when my dad and my mom are saying that they're so proud of me or they're so proud of watching me run and proud of what I did, it means a lot, because it's an emotion that's hard to get across to other people. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
And now we'll do the actual signing, beginning with Brooks. Congratulations to all of our student athletes. You have represented the Kinkaid community with the utmost class, honor, and integrity. Thank you for all of your great work, and know that we are incredibly proud of you. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you all for coming this morning, and go Falcons! We'll do quick pictures here with the family.